Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Spartan Toy Hunter, and this is a new project, a new kit bashing of Movie Scarlett and Lady Jaye. These two figures are peg warmers that you can find at Target, Walmart, and possibly GameStop. If you do go to the GameStop website, you could probably find these figures, now that we're close to Black Friday, for pretty reasonable prices, almost single digits. Scarlett, I believe you can probably get her for $10, and Lady Jaye, you can get her for $8. So I'm going to show you something that could make it worth your while on getting these figures and putting them together as one. So we're going to talk about the best parts of these figures and the worst parts. So the first part is, of course, Lady Jaye's head is not what people wanted and did not come out very well. The fact that her hat constantly makes it look very odd, so that I believe has to go. So that's the worst part of Lady Jaye, and the best part of Lady Jaye is her uniform and her body. So we're going to try and see if we can use some of that attributes in the kit bashing. Now the Scarlett figure here, fantastic face sculpt, and can actually be very different from all the other Joes that you have on your shelf because of the fact that this Scarlett is very different from the other Scarlett that you have that was the first in the line. Now a lot of the stuff that she has is a little weird. Her boots are kind of odd, and I think it doesn't quite scream out Scarlett. So great face, the body not so well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be boiling these, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take them apart. So we'll be right back. All right, so here you go. So you have the two bodies have been pulled apart thanks to the boiling water. So each of them both have very similar, actually almost identical parts. You got the head right here, then you have the torso, then you have the arms, you have the stomach, you have the hips with the diaper, and both legs pop off at the socket right there. So these are very, I think that's the reason why a lot of people really love these figures, is the fact that you can actually take them apart and swap them. For instance, I realized that this hip was so loose, it's not catching. Now I could probably put some stuff in between there, but I think what I'm just going to end up doing is grabbing this one, which is more sturdy, and it doesn't move around quite as easily as this one does. And I could just tell, like, this one just so loose. So I'm just going to swap them out, because now we can actually, this is so soft that you can just pop it off and on from this right here. See here, right there. Come on, baby. Yep, that's it right there. So, all right. So I'm going to play around, and I am going to see what is the best combination that we can put. Now, I can tell you right off, right now, that this arm is good, but it's the traditional Hasbro crappy female arm that is limited in its range of motion. And now you have Lady Jaye, which its strong suit is the fact that it's double jointed, bicep swivel, and this one's a muscular arm. I mean, this is a female that is in the army, so this is a good one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some things together, and I'll show you what the best combination was. Be right back. All right, and there we go. This is the best combination that I found. So the body, the double jointed elbows, the pants, the suit, the boots, the arms, and because something else to take a look at is that the head of this regular classified Joe and this movie version, if you take a look, very different. So if you do come across this, there is a solution. Both necks can actually pop off. So this can be removed just as much as this one. So let me show you what that looks like when we heat it up and take them out. Alright, so here you have it. You have the neck that has been taken off the peg from the torso. Same thing with the Scarlett movie version. So these ball points are different sizes. This is thicker, that one is smaller. So I did try to put the Lady Jaye onto the movie version. It's really thick. You may have to shave it down, and that may be just way too much, stuff to do just to be able to make it fit here. And for a head like Lady Jaye's right there, may not be worth it. So I'm going to return this. Actually, the movie one does fit this Lady Jaye torso, so it may work. You may, depending on which one you'd like to put on, maybe you'd like to make this your Lady Jaye head sculpt, or maybe try to make it painted right there. So now that you have that knowledge, so I'm going to put these back, and I'm going to put the heads and go over the final look of this new female. Alright, so I got everything back where it needs to be. So that gun right there is from Maria Hill, the new Marvel Legends figure. So we actually have, I kept the belt here, but I do have an extra figure that I wanted to try out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it, put it on, and I'm going to show you where I got it. So be back in 1, 2, 3. So I did remember that I had a Koska Reeves, an extra one, and I wanted to find out if that belt could actually fit on to the Lady Jaye body waist right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up, and I'm actually going to show you guys what it looks like to take apart this Black Series figure right here, stripped all the way. So I'm going to boil this baby, and I'm bringing it back to you. Alright, and there you have it. Everything has been taken apart, and where the belt is, and we'll get to that in just a second. So I do want to show you that there are some compatible parts here. So this figure here for the movie may possibly, and I think does fit, if I can match these up pretty well. Let's take a look at the socket here. There could be a possibility that these might actually fit one another. So that'll be for another day. Don't want to put too much on this video here. So now that you know what it looks like, let's go ahead and see what the holster looked like on the newly kitted Lady Jaye body with the Scarlett head. So we're going to show you that now. Alright, and there you go. That is a definite improvement there. The belt from before was too floppy. It wouldn't sit still, and now you have something that's going to be sturdy, and I had to keep heating it and just to fit it around the waist area, and it looks really good. I like it. It kind of matches her hair, so kind of accessory wise, but everything's looking really good. Everything is starting to stiffen up again, so it's not so soft. Everything's pivoting well. There we go. So now everything, wow, this is really good. Now the only thing I would need to do is for this gun to fit, let me show you what it looks like. It's very snugged, so it's not going to fit quite as well as I wanted it to, so I may actually have to cut halfway down to make some room so that this can slide all the way, and I may actually have to boil this, place something in it to expand it and allow it, to stay open so that this gun can fit in here. I'm just gonna take a, it's putting pressure on the gun itself and putting pressure here, so I don't want it to rip. So I have to make some modifications and open up this area in the back here. So I'm going to check to see if I can maybe do another kit bashing with the other pieces that I just got. So I'm going to find out if I can get something together, and I will be right back. So here's what I assembled with the leftover pieces of the Koska Reeves and the movie Scarlett. I took the legs, attached it to the hip, the waist, and what I did was I basically put the entire upper body, the torso, the chest plate, the arms, and then I put Lady Jaye's neck and her head, which normally you probably wouldn't be wearing a hat if you're wearing like this outfit. So what I also did was this gave me the ability to put a jetpack on here. So you're probably asking, why did you do that if it was just going to be that? Well, you know, now you got a jetpack, and I think I could probably put the other Lady Jaye's head with the Muffy hair, or if not, I may be able to put a Mandalorian helmet on there, or maybe find something else. But something else to take a look at is by taking the helmet off, by putting the movie version, I gave this the figure a bigger size. So these ladies are definitely taller than the Koska Reeve body. So if you ever wanted a reason to use a Star Wars figure, the Mandalorian chest plate on the females can actually fit. So this chest that belonged to her does fit onto the G.I. Joe waistline there. So there we go. That is the end of the video. I think I've kitbashed as much as I possibly can right now. So thanks for stopping by. Please hit the like, please subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your guys' comment on what I just did here. It's always refreshing to hear a different perspective of what you guys saw, ideas. You guys had some great ones from the last video of my kit bashing of the GiJoe Joe Classified and the Vulcan body mold. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying those videos. So I do have a big one coming up, which I think is going to be a Spider-Man related figure. So I'm hoping to get that done in the next week. So I'm tinkering around. So I just want to make sure I get it right before I put it out. So with that being said, thanks a lot for joining me, and I will see you guys at the next project.